Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Charlotte and today I'm going to be doing another Townie Makeover. So I put up a couple of polls across YouTube and Tumblr, which is like the only place that I'm really active online these days, and it is purely for Sims content. And yeah, it looked like the BFF household was the one that people wanted to see done next. So it's not a townie household that I've really spent a lot of time playing with, so I wasn't really familiar with like the personality types. Um, so yeah, looking at Travis, I noticed that he was outgoing, self-assured, but also a geek. So I wanted to channel some sort of like geeky vibe to him, but still be kind of cool. Um, the hair that I put on him, like I settled on super, super fast because I think this is that kind of, I don't know, like educated but like still kind of handsome vibe. I realized like when I was putting his little outfits together that it is low-key kind of accidentally giving performative male, which has have been videos that have been popping up. I've seen a lot of critiques on that as a concept. It's stupid. It's a really stupid thing. And from what I can see, it's a lot of people taking the piss out of themselves a lot of the time. So and I thought it was just funny that that's the vibe that I've got from putting together Travis. Yeah, I wanted him to still have an air of coolness about him, but also, I don't know, stick truthful to his geeky nature. I struggled with his athletic outfit actually because he was kind of wearing the perfect thing to begin with, but I didn't think it would be much of a makeover if I didn't spend some time at least trying to put him in something else. But I feel like I did settle on something that kind of worked for him in the end. So yeah, it wasn't the end of the world. I felt like this little gear thing kind of could potentially give video game. I don't know. Yeah, as I was saying, I haven't really played with the BFF household much. So like typically or historically, I have always been like I'm going to build my own townies. I've never really, not townies, my own Sims. I've never really played around with the existing storylines that much. Like the people would be there in the background, but yeah, it wasn't something that was like a large part of my gameplay. So it's been quite interesting to sort of delve into, I don't know, meeting the townies and freshening them up a little bit and trying to stick with stuff that feels right for them. Um, yeah, based on like virtually no knowledge of them at all. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how Travis came out. Like I think his little outfits are really cute. I don't know what's going on with this tank top. I think that's one that's supposed to be tucked into something, but none of the trousers I'm trying on are fitting into them. I guess that's one of the things that you run into when you're using a lot of CC. Not everything is compatible with each other. I kind of wanted to give him a bit of a retro vibe as well, kind of inspired by that little joystick thingy that was on his t-shirt initially. Like it kind of gives retro gaming, vintage gaming. So I thought putting him in a shirt like this, like a fun shirt like this, would be kind of cute. Yeah, I think I'm really pleased with how he turned out. I really didn't. I feel like I didn't do that much to him, but the hair. Oh my god, can I speak today? Um, was quite transformative. I think at this point now, I'm just going in and making him some other little outfits, so he's got some options. I really like having made this like the soft boy performative male comment. Now I'm like, oh damn, I really ought to get get him a little matcha to walk around with. But that might be a little bit too on the nose. I have got the bags with Labubu, or maybe we could give him at a later date a little Labubu tote bag just to really seal the deal. Okay, next up we've got Liberty Lee. I have some questions for the wardrobe department. What's that hat? Like, I don't know. I don't tend to use hats a lot in CAS when I'm like making my Sims. So I don't know, they kind of feel like this one particularly feels very disjointed. I don't really know what the vibe was. It doesn't match the rest of her outfit all that much. I will say it's incredible what skin overlays and a decent pair of eyelashes can do to a sim. I think I've said this before. I wanted to stick to a similar kind of vibe with her. I wanted to keep the pigtails, or like have the hair in an updo, so it still kind of looks like her, but I don't know, I really wasn't vibing with this colour scheme that she was wearing initially. She was a little trickier to sort of land on a hairstyle with. I think I go back and forth a couple of times, and I think the intention was for me to try and keep her in pigtails just so it still looked a bit like her, but if my memory serves me right, because I filmed this video several weeks ago now and I'm only just doing the voiceover, yeah, I landed on the ponytail. I think it's cute, it looks nice. She's also a geek, so rather than going down like the typical geeky avenue, I guess, I I've gone more down like I've kind of based her on the romantasy girls that I know in my personal life, because she's got the bookworm trait as well. I don't know, it kind of felt right for her. So she's definitely wearing a little bit more pink and maybe like a little more girly than she had been originally. I don't know what it is with these Sims, these like townies that wear like really intense makeup. I don't like to use loads of heavy makeup on my Sims like at all. And every time I click into like formal wear or party wear, I honestly get like a bit of a jump scare with like the pure like clown makeup that is happening. Again, like I don't rate this hat on her. Maybe it's just that I don't like a lot of the hats that are in the game. Like, and maybe that's on me. I need to download some more CC hats, but it isn't really something that I use a lot in my gameplay. I love these little pajamas, and I feel like this is definitely inspired by my friend Billy, who loves the romantasy genre, and also loves a pair of like a set of PJs. Here we go, we're jump scared again. Like, she doesn't need that much makeup. Like, she's really cute. I'm like, girlie, you don't need to do all that. Yeah, maybe I could branch out a little bit more, but I don't know. I kind of like to have my Sims a little bit fresher faced. I do often, you know, depending on the personality of the Sim that I'm making, a lot of the time I will include like a heavier eye or like that kind of thing, but I don't know. I like a lot of the more simple makeup. It's giving demure. Whereas I don't know, maybe historically, when oh my god, I'm like doing some self-reflection here. I used to wear a lot more makeup than I do now, and maybe that is being reflected in my Sims. I just think those eyelashes look fantastic so often, that they don't really need much else. I've got some really cute little swimsuits, so doing like the bathing suit option is generally quite easy for me to do, and I land on stuff that I like really quickly, so I don't tend to play around with ideas too much. I feel like we've really skipped over that section with her. Love this little butterfly top that we've got going on here with the skirt and the little heart belt. Super, super cute. And I don't feel like you can wear shoes like that and them not look cute with a pair of knee-high or ankle-high socks. I wanted to keep with the outer or like the cold weather stuff. It was giving sort of, I wouldn't say dark academia, but academia of some point. And I think yeah, I'm just going back and making her a couple of different outfits to wear. I want her to look at home in a library, and I feel like with this sweater vest, when she had the skirt on a second ago, it did kind of give me Belle vibes from Beauty and the Beast. That was intentional. It's looking back at it now, I'm just like, oh, I did something there. Like a modern day Belle. So yeah, we're coming to the end of a couple of little outfits for her. I just wanted to keep her like cute and cozy, girl next door. That was the vibe that I got from her, but maybe like a little better dressed than she was initially. Yeah, I think we are moving over to Summer Holiday next. Who, I don't know, this makeup is not it. Like immediately I was like, nah, I need to change that. And those eyes, those blue eyes were a little bit too intense. So I've gone for something a little bit softer. Um, Again, amazing what a skin overlay can do. And as soon as I get some eyelashes on her, she looks cute. Like I say, I don't put a lot of makeup on my Sims. I don't feel the need to, um, because yeah, the overlays and the lashes just they're super cute. I tend to put like a blush or something on. I tried to keep with Summer Holiday's original sort of vibe. Obviously, she wears the little stripy polo shirt. So we've gone for stripes again, slightly different colour palette, but the style is still there. Again, I didn't really know much about Summer Holiday, so she is outgoing, active, and cheerful. So I just wanted to keep the vibes like nice and light. I'm trying to rack my brains to think if I gave her a couple of different sports options because she's a sporty gal. I mean, like, yeah, looking at her makeup here, I just like she doesn't need more than that. She's super cute. Um, yeah, again, trying to like mirror the original outfits that I had for her, without being like exactly the same. Like trying to keep the colors quite similar. I just, it's that blue eyeshadow for me. I can't with it. I think this little pink outfit was an obvious choice. I'm wondering now, did I? Oh no, I do go back and add some other options. Obviously, I've kept them in pink. She looks like a pink gal to me. And I don't know, maybe that's something that I need to get out of the habit of doing, but look at her. Look at her. She looks like she should be wearing pink clothes. Okay. Oh, I've done it in a slightly different order. I've gone back to everyday wear. I think because I'd done it with the others, like I was ready to just sort of keep that flowing and do it in like some kind of working order. We've stuck with the blue theme here though. Maybe I realised, oh, maybe there's a bit too much pink going on. We're gonna go back to blue. Go back to the original sort of vibes. Although by the look, oh no, that was a different outfit. Ignore me. I'm really not used to having to speak so quickly while there's something on the screen in front of me. So I'm trying to get better at these like voiceover videos where things are happening very, very fast, because I've sped them up. But yeah, I am enjoying doing the Townie makeovers, and I would be open to hearing who you'd like me to see like give a makeover to next. I think it's the Goths and the Spencer Kim Lewises that are next on my list. I am a little bit more familiar with the Goths generally because they are like the iconic Sims family. Those are the blueprint. But yeah, I've never played with the Spencer Kim Lewises either, so that could be quite an interesting one to do. Every time like I go through and I'm dressing my Sims in custom content, I'm always like, there's some here. Like there are some looks here, but I still feel like I need more. Every time, yeah, when I'm playing around with custom content, I'm like, yeah, but I could have more of it. So if you've got any recommendations for like Maxis Match stuff or like Maxis Mix, I'm not like super into alpha stuff, but occasionally alpha hair will crop into my stuff. I just don't like anything that's got too many like heavy shadows on it because it kind of looks weird to me. And like the style of my game, I quite like that The Sims is a bit cartoony, and isn't hyper realistic, because I think sometimes it can look a little bit uncanny personally, with loads of alpha content. But yeah, we seem to be coming to the end. We're sticking with this blue and pink theme quite strongly. I think I had reminded myself that summer does wear a lot of blue and not pink, so we've tried to make it work as best that we can. I think this is a really nice little nod to the jumper or the polo shirt that she wears originally. But yeah, just a little recap over our guys. So Travis is cute, Liberty Lee is cute, and Summer's cute. It's just a house full of cuties. Yeah, let me know who you would like to see next. And yeah, I will see you in my next one.